how can we create as many value added opportunities and events to give people the chance to, like we said, to meaningfully connect. And I think networking has sometimes this negative stipulation about it of like, okay, like it's so transactional, right? Networking is just like, well, how can I help someone, or how can they help me, right? And this kind of give and take. And realistically, we're just, again, trying to get back to the basics of, hey, like, it's in many ways, it's kind of hard to make new friends and connections, right? The older you get, the less time that you're going out socially, whether it was through university or through work. And so how can you kind of get back to developing these connections with people without having to worry like, oh, are they just talking to me because they want me to invest in their company, or because they want me to help them complete a user interview, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, that's the importance of win-win relationships in general. So, and the concept of karma, if you will, right? So a lot of times transactional people are thinking in terms of, what can I get out of this person? I might give you something if I can get something, but that's totally the wrong approach. Even if you could help people without even trying to receive anything in return, you're creating, I think, good relationships between people, good word of mouth, and you're building a reputation, which at the end of the day, reputation is is a cornerstone of who you are as an individual and a business professional. So the importance of thinking in terms of win-win every single time you meet somebody is not only better for them, but it's also better for you in the long term as well, which seems counterintuitive to the people who are trying to get something today.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And I think that's where, when you look at the types of people that go to networking events, right, let's be fair, right? There's no right or wrong way to kind of do networking, but there's certainly more wrong ways to do it, I guess, if that makes sense, right? Like, you can do to each their own, right? I'm not going to critique people on how they choose to network, but I think if you go into it, like, it's very clear when you talk to someone at these types of things, and they're very, like, to your point, right, very clearly in it either for themselves or something specific. And there's nothing wrong in going into an event with an agenda, right, and something that you want to accomplish. But again, it's just like everything in life. And I think Brad Felt, a Techstars, gives a really good example in his book about, give first, right? That give first mentality. And realistically, just we as humans, right? Hopefully most of us are inclined to somewhat be altruistic, and, hey, I have knowledge, I have something that I can share and give. I want to be able to share and give that, right? And not necessarily expect something in return, but know that in the whole karmic slate of the universe, or whatever you believe in, right, that, you do enough good, you're building your own personal brand. And some people will, to your point, understand, oh, perfect, person X is something that they've helped me, they've helped, make referrals or connections, things like that. Like, they are someone that I can, support down the line or immediately. So I think it's very clear when you go into these events who's, in it to actually support the ecosystem and community, and who's in it for themselves.